Hi guys, I'm Gesha. Welcome to the channel and welcome to our coffee times. As you can see by the title, I am here to talk to you about some horror books by Black authors.
It's coffee time!
So right now in the world, there are so many things going on. It is a very tough time for a lot of people. And since the Black Lives Matter movement started, I have had to reflect on the things that I was doing, the people, the companies that I was following, and the things that I was not doing. So it has been a long process of learning, listening, understanding, and trying to be better. So I'm going to leave down below a link to the Black Lives Matter movement so you know what you can do to be a good ally, what you can do to support them, what you can do to donate, and some research links so that you can also learn and inform yourself. One thing was clear to me. I wanted to detach myself of people and companies that were not supporting Black lives, and I have been unfollowing many companies and many people that were not supporters. And I also wanted to support myself, businesses run by Black people, and also, since I am a bookworm, I wanted to do something to support Black authors. And it is for this reason that I made a list for myself of books by Black authors, and I plan on buying as many as I can per month to support Black authors. And as a fan of the horror genre, I wanted to look for horror books by Black authors that I could read and support. So I realized there were not too many lists or videos out there that talk about specifically horror novels by Black authors, and since I had already done the list for myself, I thought I could share it with you guys in case that you also love horror and you also want to support Black authors so that you can also get some of those books and support them. The first one is Dredd Nation by Justina Ireland, and this is the first book on a series. This is YA historical horror, which is one of the things that really attracted me to the book. This I have seen already mentioned many times before, and it was already on my list of books that I would like to check out because it combines kind of the history of America and the States, and it takes a twist on the story and makes it zombie. So we are following here a girl that was born right after the dead starting to rise up again, and there are some schools that are being built to train kids to fight against the zombies. So I always love the concept of this book, and I really appreciate that it has a lot of historical background as well integrated in the story. Next we have Flatland by Octavia E. Butler, and this is a paranormal horror book, and I'm just ashamed that I didn't know about this book before because it is about vampires. I love vampires, and the plot of this book sounds just so fantastic. We're following this woman that suffers from amnesia, and she doesn't remember what happened to her, but then she realizes that she has been genetically modified and she is a 53-year-old vampire. And that is like amazing to me, and she starts to kind of piece together the information of what happened to her in the past. She also wrote Parable of the Shower, which is a dark horror slash dystopian story, which also sounds super good. Next we have The Devil in Silver by Victor Lavalle, and this horror book sounds great. It is based on a psychiatric. I love books that are based on psychiatric hospitals because they tend to have a lot of atmosphere and they are so kind of eerie and so unsettling to me. So we're following here a guy that has been put into a psychiatric hospital in Queens, even though he's not mentally ill, but he has been accused of a crime that he did not commit. And so while he is in this institution, he starts to have visions of a creature that comes to visit him. So this is the main plot, and it sounds extremely weird, interesting, and very creepy, so definitely one that I would like to check out. I had heard of this author before because I do have the Ballad of Black Tom and The Changeling in my wish list. However, now that I know of this one, I think this is the one that I'm going to start with because hospitals and horror stories are always a fantastic match for me. Next we have The Quiet Ones by Brandon Massey. This is a paranormal kind of horror fantasy, and we follow two girls that were put into the system after their mother's ex-boyfriend killed her. And so they are sadly separated and they grow up with completely different families. And one of them is trying to find her sister when she is already older. And she manages to find her in a mansion called Sanctuary. And however, when she starts investigating about what's happening, what is this place called Sanctuary, she starts to make really dark discoveries. Next we have the Gilda stories, and this is another one that has to do with vampires, so another one that is going straight up of my wish list of books that I really want to get to. In the book we follow Gilda. She escapes slavery in the 1850s and she comes across a family of vampires, and this event of course will change her life forever when she gets introduced to the vampires and their lives. I really want to know what happens to her after she meets the vampires and how everything is going to unfold in this story. I have only heard really good things about this book, so if you love vampires, make sure to check it out. Next we have White is for Witching by Helen Oyeyemi, and this is perfect for people that love stories about ghosts, gothic stories about houses and disappearances. We're following a family that live in this mansion, and there is somebody that disappears, and the story is being told. This is told, I believe, from 4 different perspectives, and it is supposed to be really atmospheric and eerie tale. Definitely something that I'll probably reach out this fall because I love haunted houses stories. When, you know, October comes, it's like the perfect read. Next we have The Good House, a horror story that sounds just fantastic. We have here Angela. She is a lawyer and sadly she has just lost her son to suicide. So before the family can move on, she decides to go to where her son committed suicide looking for answers, and she discovers an evil in that town that apparently is making people commit violent acts. And the last one that I would like to mention is Let's Play White by Chelsea Brooke, in case that you're looking for short horror stories, and this is supposed to have really complete different stories, really intriguing, exploring kind of the human psyche. So for fans of horror stories, definitely check it out. I do love a good short horror story, so this is another one that I put obviously on my list. Alright you guys, I hope that this video was useful. I hope that you enjoyed my book recommendations for today. If you want to know of other books by Black authors that are not horror, I'm going to leave down below videos of amazing Black creators that they have made some videos recommending books by Black authors, and I have been binging those videos lately to add a lot of books to my wish list. So also make sure to check the Black Lives Matter link that I'm going to post down below so that you know how you can help and how you can learn and understand what are the times that we're going through. Also, thanks so much you guys for watching, and if you want to follow me on other social media, the links as always are down below, and I hope to see you all in the next coffee time. Bye!